Uh, the last video already we have discussed about the bar magnet and magnetism. So here that I would like to tell you that discuss the magnetic intensity at a point due to a bar magnet. Magnetic intensity at a point due to a bar magnet, and it is clear that in the bar magnet you must have the magnetic pole. About that thing already I have discussed. That is this pole, that south pole and north pole will be there, and the south pole and north pole are separated by the distance. That distance is called the magnetic length. And we want to find out the magnetic field strength. What will be the magnetic field strength at any point on the axial line, and also another cases is on the equatorial line. The first case is that we have to discuss the magnetic intensity at any point on the axial line, that is on end-on position. Same thing whatever you are knowing in case of that electric dipole. In case of electric dipole, we had the magnetic electric intensity at any point on the axial line was 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by r cube. In the same manner you will be finding here in case of the bar magnet. So here the topic is that bar magnet is kept, the 2L is the length of the bar magnet, and P is a point on the axial line. P is a point on the axial line, that is on the end-on position. This is the axial line, and our target is to find out the magnetic induction or magnetic field strength at point P due to the bar magnet, that is on axial line. The case 1 is the axial line, and case 2 will discuss for the equatorial line. So here what happens here, because the south pole and north pole is there, and due to the north pole, what will be the magnetic intensity at point P? Because in case of that electric field, what you are using, and we are placing the unit positive test charge, but here you have to assume to place it unit north pole. A unit north pole will be placed at point P. So what will happen? The north pole will repel it. That means the magnetic field strength at point P due to the north pole. What will be the due to the north pole? That will be the B1. It is pushing out. So B1 magnetic induction by magnetic intensity at point P due to the north pole, that is B1 equal to mu naught by 4 pi m upon, that is m is the pole strength, m upon np square. This is the np, this is the np square, n upon np square along np, means it will be directed along np outward. This one is over, and this is equal to mu naught by 4 pi m upon, what is np? Because already we have taken that from the center to point P the distance is r, and the length of the bar magnet is 2L. So this portion is the r actually, this is the r portion, but we want the np. Np means it will be r minus L. We have taken 2L total distance, half is L. So in place of np we can put it as the r minus L square. So mu naught upon 4 pi m upon r minus L square, that is along np. It is also directed along np because of the magnetic intensity will be directed outward due to the north pole. So similarly, if you think for the south pole, what will be the magnetic induction at point P due to the south pole? So what will be the condition here? That is B2, that is equal to mu naught by 4 pi m upon, that is the pole strength is the m, south pole strength is m upon, that is sp square. What will be the sp square? This portion is r, this portion is r, and this portion is L. So it will be r plus L, that is the r plus mu naught by 4 pi m upon r plus L square, that is along PS. It will be directed inward, that is the B2, that you already have the B2. So B1 is directed outward and B2 is directed inward. In out of these two figures, B1 due to the north pole and B2 due to the south pole, if you look at this figure, which one is greater? So no doubt that B1 is greater one. So B1 is greater in magnitude than the B2 because of that south pole is far away from the point P. So what will be the, as they are, because as the magnetic induction in case of the B1 and B2 both are on the axial line, so what will be the net? So the net magnetic field strength or net intensity, you can use it, that is B equal to B1 minus B2. B1 directed outward, B2 inward. So net will be B1 minus B2, but as the B1 is greater than B2, so it will be directed NP outward, like that. That is B1 minus B2 along NP, and you are finding mu naught by 4 pi m, because if you put the values for the B1 equal to mu naught by 4 pi m upon r minus l square minus mu naught by 4 pi m by r plus l square. So mu naught by 4 pi m is taken out. The remaining is the 1 by r minus l square minus 1 by r plus l square. Simple arithmetic. Mu naught by 4 pi m. So you are finding LCM is r square minus l square square, and above we are finding it here now. So what will be the value here? That is the r plus l square. It will be r plus l square minus r minus l square, and this will be equal to, what will be the r square plus l square plus 2rl minus r square minus l square plus 2rl. So it will be, the total figure will be converting into the 4rl. This is equal to 4rl, and that is mu naught by 4 pi into m. So in place of the 4rl, you can write the 2l into 2r, So by r square minus l square square, that is equal to mu naught by 4 pi m, that is small m into 2l, that is equal to dipole moment, or you can talk about the magnetic moment. M into 2l equal to capital M, and that is 2r upon r square minus l square. So if that bar magnet will be very small, that means to tell, if for the magnetic dipole, if you consider the length of the dipole is, length of the bar magnet is very small, it will be considered as the dipole. So if L is very and very less than R, this length is very and very less than R, so that we can neglect L square here. So if you neglect L square, the magnetic field strength mu naught by 4 pi, that is 2m, you are finding, totally you are finding here now, that will be equal to mu naught by 4 pi, that is m into 2r upon, you are neglecting L square, that means remaining is the, if L square is neglected, remaining is the r square, that is to r to the power 4. So this is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi, that is 1r cancelled, we can talk about the, that is 2m upon r cube. So that magnetic induction on the axial point B equal to mu naught by 4 pi, that is 2m upon r cube. Mu naught by 4 pi, that is 2m upon r cube. So this is clear. If you compare the magnetic field strength with the electric field strength, in case of the electric dipole, that is the electric intensity at any point on the axial line, it was E equal to, we are telling it 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by r cube. We are using 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by r cube. So in place of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon, we are using that mu naught by 4 pi. Be careful that mu naught by 4 pi, mu naught is told as the permeability of the free space. That is the permeability of the free space. And mu naught by 4 pi, the value of the mu naught by 4 pi, mu naught upon 4 pi, that is equal to 10 to the power minus 7. That is 20 to the power minus 7. So its value is 10 to the power minus 7, and that magnetic moment, you should not be confused. The magnetic moment M, the magnetic moment what you are using, that is the pole strength M into 2L length. But in case of the electric field, in case of the electric dipole, you are using the dipole moment, that is P, it was Q into 2L. In case of electrostatic, that you are using P equal to Q into 2L. In case of the magnetostatic, magnetic moment, it was the M equal to small m into 2L. And it is very clear that that is the magnetic moment, that in case of the bar magnet, you are getting the magnetic moment, that is the pole strength multiplied with the length of the magnet, length of the bar magnet. But in case of the current carrying circular loop, if you think about the current carrying circular loop, the magnetic moment, because current carrying circular loop behaves like a magnet, so it has the magnetic moment. So in case of the current carrying magnetic loop, that you are using the magnetic moment M equal to NIA, and that magnetic moment for the current carrying circular loop is NIA, and that is N is the number of turns of the loop, I is the current flowing through the loop, and A is the area of the loop. So it is clear in the case of the current carrying loop, whenever the magnetic moment part is coming, that you can use this formula M equal to NIA. If the bar magnet simply is coming, you can use the magnetic moment in this case equal to pole strength multiplied with the length of the bar magnet. And this is all about your that magnetic intensity at a point due to the current carrying due to a bar magnet at any point on the axial line. If you use this one for the equatorial line, what will be the case? In case of the equatorial line, what is the magnetic field strength at any point on the equatorial line, that is broadside and position, at any point on the equatorial line. Equatorial line, that is broadside and position, case number 2. What will be this case? Suppose you take the bar magnet here, simply you take the bar magnet, this is the south pole and this is the north pole of the magnet, and this is the line, magnetic line, that is the and this is the center of the magnet, bar magnet, and this is actually the equatorial line. So at point, if you want to calculate the magnetic field strength at point P, that is on the equatorial line, so the length of the magnet is 2L, already you have taken 2L, and from here to here you take it as the small r. So this part is the L and this part is the L, so what will be this length? So this length will be equal to, you know, that is r square plus L square under root, and in these cases also you can get it, that is r square plus L square under root. So means to tell that P is the point at any point on the equatorial line where you want to calculate the magnetic field strength due to the bar magnet. So what happens here? In case of the north pole, what will happen? North pole is here. You just imagine that a unit north pole is placed at point P. So unit north pole and north pole, they will repel each other. So intensity will be directed like that. Intensity will be directed this outward. We are getting the intensity in these cases. So that intensity you take it as the B1. I am taking it as the B1. So what will be the magnetic intensity due to the south pole? So south pole will be directed this way. That you take it as the B2. And the same way, just B1 is resolved into two rectangular components. One is along this way. One is along this way. That you getting the B1 is resolved into rectangular component. One is along this way and along this way. So what will be this one? If it is angle theta, so automatically this will be the theta. This angle will also be theta. So that B1, that means this will be the B1 is side, that will be the B1 cos theta, and here you will get the B1 sin theta. And due to the B2, the B2 also resolved into two rectangular component. If it is theta, it also will be theta. Same pattern. So B2 is resolved into two rectangular component. One will be along this way, that is B2 cos theta, and another will be along this way, that is the B2 sin theta. B2 sin theta. So what will be the net magnetic field strength? So net magnetic field strength, because due to the north pole at point P, how much it will be? The magnetic field strength due to north pole. What will be the magnetic field strength due to north pole? That you can take it as the B1 equal to mu naught by 4 pi, that is m upon that is r square plus L square under root square, because you know that is one of the, in case of the electrostatic, what you are using, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square, electric intensity. Magnetic intensity same also, mu naught upon 4 pi m upon r square plus L square ka under root square. So this is equal to B1, or this is equal to, you can use mu naught by 4 pi m upon r square plus L square. So directed along P along this way. We can use that along this way. Similarly, B magnetic induction by magnetic field strength at P due to south pole. Due to south pole, B2 will be equal to same manner mu naught by 4 pi m upon r square plus L square. Same pattern you are getting, r square plus L square, but the direction will be along PS. B2 will be along PS and B1 will be along this one, this way. B1 will be along PM, you take it as, that is along PM, that is the direction. And that B1 and B2, just look on here, B1 and B2 are resolved into two rectangular components. One is B1 cos theta in this direction, and B2 whenever is resolved, that is B2 cos theta is directed along this way. But B1 sin theta and B2 sin theta, because B1 and B2, the magnitude of B1, just magnitude of B1 is equal to the magnitude of B2. As the magnitude of B1 is equal to the magnitude of B2, so B1 sin theta is directed upward and B2 sin theta is directed downward. Means both the forces B1 sin theta and B2 sin theta both are equal in magnitude and directed oppositely. Due to this reason, B1 sin theta and B2 sin theta gets cancelled. As they are getting cancelled each other, remaining part is the B1 cos theta and B2 cos theta. The net magnetic field intensity, how it will be the net magnetic field intensity, net magnetic intensity B will be equal to B1 cos theta plus B2 cos theta. Net will be directed towards left. So what will be this one? So this will be equal to B1 plus B2 bracketed cos theta, and this will be equal to, what is B1? The value of the B1 equal to mu naught by 4 pi m upon r square plus L square, and B2 also same, mu naught by 4 pi m by r square plus L square. Both are in the bracket, and cos theta, what will be the cos theta? So you can use the cos theta equal to B upon H, that is L upon H equal to r square plus L square under root. So what will be the direction? Along PX. If you use along PX, all of you are clear? Now just the further step will be to, and this is equal to what will be this one, because mu naught by 4 pi m by r square plus L square, both the two, so you can use word mu naught by 4 pi 2m upon r square plus L square into L upon r square plus L square under root, and this is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi, that I am writing m into 2L upon r square plus L square to the power 3 by 2, and it will be directed along PX, along this direction net. And this is for the dipole. If for magnetic dipole, what will happen if the bar magnet length will be very small? For magnetic dipole, what you are getting it? L is very and very less than R. So what will happen? That part will be neglected. So B equal to mu naught by 4 pi, and that small m into L, small into length, this magnetic pole multiplied with the length of the magnet. So that gives rise to the magnetic moment, capital M. That is capital M upon, as you are neglecting the L square, because L is very less than R. So if this part will be neglected, so remaining will be R cube, and direction will be along PX. The direction will be along PX. It is very clear that actually what the expression you are getting in case of the electrostatic. In case of the electric dipole, you are getting E equal to that is E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P by R cube in case of the equatorial line. But here you are getting that is B equal to mu naught by 4 pi M by R cube along Px. So that this is the case, and here what happens here, you know the dipole moment. The dipole moment of the due to the bar that is the magnetic dipole, it is directed from south to north, and magnetic intensity on the axial line will be directed from north to south. So it is clear the what is the sometimes the question comes, what is the angle between the magnetic field strength at any point on the equatorial line with the magnetic moment? The angle will be 180 degree, because magnetic moment is directed from south to north, M ka direction is along this way, and that magnetic field strength is directed from here, that is the direction of the B vector. So angle between them is 180 degree, that is 180 degree. So in case of electric dipole, if you are thinking for the electric dipole, in case of electric dipole we are getting minus q and plus q, and the dipole moment was from minus q to plus q, that is the direction of the P vector, and in case of the dipole also you are getting the magnetic electric field strength in opposite to that of the dipole moment. So dipole moment and electric field intensity in case of the equatorial line, so that is angle is 180 degree, and in case of the magnetic dipole also we are getting the B vector, angle between B vector and M vector is 180 degree. This is all about your magnetic field strength at any point, at a point due to a bar magnet, especially at any point on the axial line and at any point on the equatorial line. Thank you.